What's happening, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am Audrey Truesdale, aka Carolina's own, coming right here from the Carolinas. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Good to be back, man. It's been a long week, man. A lot of long nights working. Tonight, we're going to talk about business funding made easy. We're going to actually help you guys figure out how to get more approvals, right? For gas cards specifically, right? We're going to talk about how to get approved for gas cards. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We do weekly live streams every week where we talk about different topics on how to get funding for your business. If you're new to me, I am Audrey Truesdale, and I help entrepreneurs and business owners get access to capital using a simple 5-step process to start, grow, or fund your business. So, if you're looking for tips and information on how to get funding for your business, how to structure your personal credit, personal credit tips, how to get higher limit personal credit cards, you're in the right place. All right. So, with that being said, let me know in the chat where y'all tapping in from, man. Let's do it. Let's get it, man. It feels good to be back, man. It's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, down here in the South. Uh, what's going on, man? What's new this week, man? Well, we just did the call. We did our weekly call. For those of you who are not aware, we do have a online coaching program. We meet every week, and then we do monthly group coaching calls. So tap into that if you think it may be beneficial to you. Also, the boot camp is going down Saturday. If you register for the boot camp, put the comment below if you register for the boot camp. I want to see who all is coming, man, so I can either virtually shake your hand or in person shake your hand. What's up, Jay? What's going on? What's happening? Samuel Jean Jock Quace. Greetings. What up, Santana Trey Fold? It is what it is. Jay said, say that many late nights get my clients together. I've been loving it. Hey, it's how it be, man. When you're on the grind, man, you gotta, burn that midnight oil for sure. Jacksonville in the building. What up, Jacksonville, man? Sunny Florida. I got to get down there to Florida, man. Tampa, my man, Kevin, man. We got to get down there to Tampa, man. That's the next move for sure. Uh, so let's see, Melbourne, Florida. I want to say that's near Miami. I could be wrong, Henry, but welcome. Latoya, she will be here. She will be joining. She will be there. She's one of our recipients of the giveaway. So shout out to her, man. She making it happen, man, for sure. What's going on, Michael? What's happening? My man Santana gonna be there virtually, man. I'm gonna give you a virtual high five, Santana. I got you, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Come ready to learn, man. Come ready to take a lot of notes. Come ready to learn and walk away with a blueprint and a game plan for now and into 2020. So if you have not yet registered, make sure you text bootcamp to 980-825-4360. We do have virtual seats still available. Unfortunately, we don't have any more in-person seats. We had to get the count in so we could order the food and refreshments. So if you missed out on it in person, we'll have another one soon. Tap in, stay connected to the channel. But if you're looking for the virtual option, it will be recorded. So if you cannot attend live, if you want to get the virtual option, go ahead and text bootcamp to 980-825-4360. And you can get the virtual option that does come with the recording. So you will get the recording afterwards if you can't attend for the whole time live or at all live and you want to just have access to the material. What up, Miss Vanessa, ATL in the building. What's going on, ATL? Glad to be here. Glad to have you. Fort Myers in the building. Okay, I see you. That's near Tampa, right? I know Fort Myers is near Tampa. I don't know how close it is, but welcome, Fort Myers. What's going on, Miss Diane? One of my students, man, Miss Diane, good peoples, man. Shout out to the West Coast. Sherman said, what's going on, good brother? I'm in Cali at the moment, but I had to tap in. Yes, sir. What's going on, Mr. Sherman, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you. Henry said, yeah, it's 3 hours away from Miami. Okay. Melbourne. Sound like a dope spot, man. Sound like somewhere to just go chill and relax, man. go light up a cigar and just chill out, just chill out and hang out, man. I've been trying to work on my self-care stuff, man, getting more rest. You know what I'm saying? Stop burning that midnight oil, man. What's going on in entrepreneur land, man? How y'all businesses? What's going on? Let's talk business for a minute, man. I know we're gonna get into the topic tonight, but let's talk business, man. What businesses do you guys own, man? Who do you serve? Who is your customers? And what business do you have? So let's chop it up for a little bit, man. Um, she said a few hours south. Okay, all right. Fort Lauderdale, love Miami, love Miami. Can't say enough great things about Dade County. Better believe it. Um, Miss Regina, what's going on? She said, "Peace, Audrey, Charlotte in the house." You better believe it. Every week we hear Charlotte is repping. Believe that. Yes, indeed. Queen City is in the building. Say less. Um, okay, so Miss R Delane, I don't want to say that wrong. So recruiting. So you do like is that more like contractors? You work with like a staffing agency recruiting, or is it like recruiting uh like teachers, or what specifically type of recruiting is that? Trucking LLC. Trucking is big, man. Shout out to all the truckers out here in the world, man. Y'all keep us moving around, man, for sure. Y'all keep this thing going to keep the economy afloat. So shout out to all the truckers for sure. ATMs. I'm hearing great things about ATMs from a cash flow perspective. I gotta do some due diligence on ATMs, Henry. We may have to get you on the live stream to give us some game on them ATMs, bro. We may have to get you on the live. We may have to do that. What's up, L Wood? Always good to see you on the live stream, my brother. Hope all is well. Queen's in the building. So we're gonna get into it tonight, man. Business funding made easy. How to get approved for gas cards. What you need to be aware of when they pull your report for gas cards. Okay, that's the topic for tonight. Shout out to everybody who's been tapping in with the strategy calls, man. That's been going real good. Strategy calls is dope, man. I get to learn more about you guys' businesses. Talked to a gentleman today. He's in real estate, and he just made a connection with a vice president and branch manager at a community at a credit union in his area. So that's the thing. That's the name of the game, man. It's all about relationships. It's all about relationships. The better your relationships with these banks and institutions, the more funding you'll get. That's really plain and simple, man. It's all about the relationships, making sure your follow up is tight, making sure your rapport is good, making sure they understand your business model, making sure you present your case to them where it makes sense for them to lend money to you. Yeah. So what up, Marquita? Intervention in addiction recovery. Absolutely, man. We need that. We definitely need that. So, Marquita, our blog is in the final stages of being built. So what I want to do is I want to start highlighting other business owners, small businesses throughout the country. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're a small business owner, put your small business in the link in the description, in the comments. We're going to be highlighting small businesses. We're going to be bringing y'all guys more grants, opportunities. Of course, we're going to talk about the banks. Of course, we're going to talk about the trade lines, but I want to start highlighting you guys. So that's why I want to start doing this on the channel, man. Latoya got the kennel. I know we spoke about that. Althea Straighter Trucking. Okay. Trucking is big, man. Shout out to all the truckers in the world. I'm a place for call center. Okay, so you place for call centers and warehouses. Nice, dope. Sounds very lucrative. Those call center jobs, man. That's high stress. Wholesaling landlord, AC sale manager. Nice. Wholesaling. Right. All right, man. We're gonna get into it in a few, man. We cooking, we slow burning. Clean service, commercial, and industry. Okay, so you got cleaning service. So you do like Airbnb cleaning, or you do more like commercial buildings and things like that. I see you say commercial industrial. That's dope, man. Who else we got? Florida, Pinellas Park. What's happening? Out there, straight to trucking. She says, gotta let us know again, man. I'm dropping the ebook soon on a personal business credit. Plus, I'm a trucker and dispatcher for the other people. All right, Sherman. Dope. Nice, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Lil Home Solutions. What's going on? Lil Home Solutions. My guy, Michael Buchanan, one of my students, man. Residential and commercial interior design. Nice, Regina. That's a dope. That's a dope industry right there. I'm definitely looking to learn more. I know you say you pulling up to the boot camp. So definitely, man, learn more. But if you have not registered yet, text the number below 980-825-4360. Text boot camp to that number and get registered for the virtual options. We still have virtual tickets available. If you can't make it in, well, we shut down the in-person, so you don't have the opportunity to get an in-person seat, but you can still get your ticket for the virtual option. We will have it recorded, so you can get access to the recording if you can't make it live. So I would love to see you on the boot camp or at any point in time. Consulting for small and large businesses, also acquiring rental properties, commercial property. That's dope, man. I like that, Santana. Real estate, that's the way to go. I have 7 account reporting right now as a Tanya for revolving cards. So we can get into this to the Q&A, Samuel. We're gonna get it, we're gonna slow burn a little bit, but we can get into some Q&A later, man. So I'll definitely address that question. Just hold that question for me and we'll get to it in Q&A, man, for sure. But yeah, so let's get into it, man. I wanted to bring this article up, man, because I think I've shared this article before, but it's so many gems and nuggets in here. I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna bring it up again. So this is a article from BB&T, aka Truist. BB&T, aka Truist, right? And so it is talking about 4 ways to build business credit. Now, we talk a lot about vendor accounts, PG, business lines of credit, credit cards, right? But one thing that I think I got to start doing a better job of is talking about banking relationships. Not a lot of people that are in the business credit space, business funding space talk about bank relationships. That is the key because remember, credit comes into play when it is more heavily weighted when it's unsecured funding. But what about if you are getting a vehicle loan in your business name? Having that relationship with the bank can make life a lot easier, right? We talked about the Bank of America play. BB&T, I bank with them. I tell you guys, Truist. The reason why I like BB&T, right? And there's no shot to Wells or T Bank or Citibank or American Express, no shot to Navy Federal, none of these banks. But the reason why I like BB&T and why I talk about them specifically is because their primary focal customer is small business owners. And it's very rare that you find banks that their business, their target customer is small business owners. So that's why I champion BB&T because they really have programs for every level of entrepreneur. If you're a startup, they have 0% business interest credit cards. Once you've been in business for a year, you can get business lines of credit. Even less than a year, you can get business lines of credit with BB&T. If you got financials, profit and loss statements, they'll do cash flow analysis for you. So even if you just started the company in 90 days and you just now at the point of bringing in revenue, if you have cash flow, if you have bank statements, they can do creative things like that. So that's why I like BB&T a lot. But this article specifically, they kind of touched on some things that, are good, just information, right? So they say understand the importance of a business credit score. Now, you guys hear me talk a lot about building the profile, right? Making sure you got, at least 4 trade lines minimum on all 3 business bureaus. That's a solid business profile. And here, if you're reading you look at the screen, it says business credit score indicates how likely your business is to repay debt. While it may sound similar to your personal credit score, the 2 numbers are calculated very different. Vendors and suppliers look at your business credit score when setting up a line of credit. I'm going to say that again. Vendors and suppliers look at your business credit score when setting up a line of credit. and they'll likely put more emphasis on your business credit score than your personal credit score. The same is true when applying for a business credit card or a loan. So basically, what they're saying is they look at the profile. They take a look and see what is reported on the profile. Now, you guys hear me talk about the profile all the time. I don't necessarily talk much about what trade lines to open, right? We gave you guys, if you go back on the channel, we had a whole live stream where we talked about 10 net 30 accounts, the best ones to get that report to the bureaus, right? So just be mindful that, like it says right there, vendors and suppliers look at your business credit score when setting up a line of credit. So they look at the scores, they look at the profile, they see what's reporting, right? And we talked about that on our call today. Certain data points matter for funding. It just is what it is. So yeah. Jesus said, "Oh no, in person. I wanted to come in person." We can make it work, Virginia. If you want to come in person, let me know. We can hook it up. We'll look out for you if you want to come. Do you know about G's? It's a business credit card for tier 1 lender with good limits for new business. Yes, I have heard about G's. I have not applied for it, but I have heard about it, Sherman, for sure. I know people who had account issues with former BB&T banks since they've been bought out. Actually, Sway, they actually bought SunTrust, so it's the other way around. BB&T bought SunTrust, but I mean that's typical with all banks, man. It's not specific to BB&T. All banks, no bank is perfect. So I would what's going on, skinny boy? Glad you could make it, man. Glad to have you in the building. DC, what's up? What's up? DMV. Shout out to the DMV, man. But yeah, this article is interesting, man, because then it says get recognized by the business credit bureaus. Okay. So here you see what it says: the three main business credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and Dun and Bradstreet. The same ones you hear me talk about every week, every time we have a strategy call, talk about the same three business credit bureaus. Now there are other business credit bureaus. There is Credit Safe, right? There is it used to be Credit Terror, is NAV now. There's some other ones out there, business credit industries, right? Or reporting agencies. But if you look, it says three main business credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet, recommend opening a business bank account and setting up a dedicated phone line registered under your business name to help creditors validate your business information. Keep in mind, Experian and Equifax will recognize you the first time trade lines are reported to them. 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. I'm going to say that again. Keep in mind that Experian and Equifax will recognize you the first time trades are reported to them, but DNB won't. Instead, they will give your business its very own DUNS number. Many credit applications will ask specifically for that number, which you can obtain directly from DNB for free within 30 days or faster using their expedited service. So basically, the 2 NAV accounts will get you some trade lines reporting pretty easily out the gate at tier 1. That's why we like the 2 NAV account strategy. That's why every week, when I'm doing the strategy calls, I still walk you guys through the strategy because you need to understand it so you can rinse and repeat. You can run the same play, right? It's not about trying to reinvent the wheel here, folks. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're not trying to deviate off the path. 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, Summa office supplies, 80 paydex strategy. Now, mentioning Summa office supplies, remember, it says right here, keep in mind that Experian and Equifax will recognize you the first time trades are reported to them. So when you're starting to build a profile, it's important that you start with trade lines that report, because the vendors, the business bureaus are not going to have any data. And we're going to touch on this in detail at the boot camp Saturday. So if you have not registered yet, make sure you text boot camp to 980-825-4360 and get registered for the boot camp. The business funding boot camp is going down November the 13th, Saturday, this coming Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right. And just understand that, when you're building out the profile, it's always best to start with, setting up the LLC, getting the EIN, getting the business bank account. They said it right here. This is not me saying this. This is an article from BB&T saying this. You know what I mean? So just take heed that it is important. The steps that we teach you guys: step 1, form the business; step 2, make sure you bank compliant. All of this stuff comes into play once it's time to go to the bank and get some funding, once it's time to set up these vendors accounts and start opening up trade lines, right? That's why step 2 is bank compliance, not go get Sam's Club today. So just be mindful of that, man. But I think this is a great article. Again, I'll post a link in the description if you guys want to check this article out. But it speaks to everything that we kind of talk about on the channel, because we teach you guys to build a profile, right? We tell you to build a profile. We show you how to do it. We give you a list of tier 1 vendor accounts that you can get pretty easily in tier 1, right? So just keep that in mind, man. Somebody said I would like to come in person also. Althea, we don't have in-person spots, but if you are in Charlotte, let me know. And if you can shoot me an email, info@cbcanetwork.com. I'll put the email. If you want to come in person, let me know, and we'll see if we can get you signed up. Info@cbcanetwork.com. I just posted it in the in the notes. So info@cbcanetwork.com if you would like to come in person. So shoot me an email there. And we'll see what we can do. Birmingham, what's going on, Coach Ursula? Appreciate you tapping in from Birmingham. Love that area. Heard a lot of great things about Birmingham. I got to get down there ASAP. Shout out to my OG Ramon Toops. He buying up everything in Birmingham. Everything is moving, man. Somebody said, can you pay at the door? No, you cannot pay at the door, but you can get a virtual ticket by texting free to 980. Texting bootcamp to 980-825-4360. And you can get a virtual ticket and you will get the recording, but you cannot pay at the door. Sorry. All right. Only because we're serving food. So we need a head count. Trucking, trying to purchase or rent a truck and then get on the road. Okay. Right on, Mark. So we got a program coming out for y'all, man. So stay tuned. We got something special. Yeah. What up, Miss Michael Buchanan? Yes, it works. Yes, the strategy works. Absolutely, it works. It's just all about execution. It's all about execution. A lot of people I noticed, felt like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say they thought the price was too much for the boot camp, but honestly, whatever the price would have been, it's really for you, right? The information is everywhere, but what you're paying for is organization and strategy. So, and then not just me. It's not a rant. It's not me going off, right? This is just saying anytime you want to do something and you are in a position to invest in yourself, do it. It doesn't have to be with me. I'm not the only person who helps business owners get funding, right? Whoever you align with, whoever you identify with, whoever you feel has the best information, or you feel knows what they're talking about and can help you, invest in them. Invest in them. Invest in yourself. It's for you, right? The price tag is for you. When people pay, they pay attention. I tell my students that when you pay for something, you pay attention. You can't just Google your way and YouTube your way, right? I want you to come to my channel and get the game, but when you leave the channel, I pray that you execute. I don't want you to just come on my live stream every week and not execute. Let's execute, family. Let's do what we're supposed to do. Let's build the profile right. Let's make sure we structure our personal credit right, and we're gonna deep dive into that at the boot camp. But yeah, so that's that, man. I don't want to get into no rant. We're gonna get into this tonight. So business funding made easy, right? And again, this kind of goes back to the step 1 through 5, right? So let's kind of think about this. I've been hearing a lot of people, having strategy calls this week, as I prepare for the boot camp. and a lot of people are still struggling with getting approved for gas cards. Now, there could be a couple of reasons why you're getting denied for a gas card. I'm gonna talk about WEX first, but a lot of people are getting denied for BP and WEX. With the WEX gas card, you have to keep in mind when you put your social down, it is not a PG. But what it is a they are verifying that you are who you say you are. So when you fill out the WEX application and you don't put your social in, or you put your EIN instead of your social, of course you're gonna get denied. You can't get around putting in that social security number because it's for identity verification purposes. Okay. They have to identify that you are who you say you are. So just keep that in mind, family. When you are applying for these gas cards, some people say freeze your personal credit. If you feel the need to, by all means, do it. But I would say set up the LLC properly. Make sure you're using, a shared office space. I'll tell you guys, shared office space is really the way to go now. Shared office space. Get a shared office space. If you're using a home address, suite number, make sure that same information on Secretary of State is on the Dun and Bradstreet profile. Everything should match across the board. Your Google listing should look the same, because what happens is with these gas cards, Fleet Corps and Wexes specifically, they do their due diligence up front. They're gonna look and see what all information they can pull on and find on your business. So you have to be diligent in how you list your business. Okay. Um, so that's one thing. If your business information is incorrect, it could lead to you getting denied. Next, you could probably 90% say if you got denied, you don't have any trade lines reporting yet. Now, in tier one, it's debatable because typically the tier one vendors, the ones we talk about, the ones we highlight, typically will give you funding without any vendor credit established. That's the purpose of the tier one vendors. Now, these tier one vendors it's getting hard, man. The WEX card, they pretty much it's almost 85-90% that they want to see they want to deposit. And I don't know if that's just due to the economy, due to their books, the book of business they have. Maybe they have extended too much unsecured funding for gas cards. I'm not sure what's going on with WEX, but one thing I will say is I'm noticing that more and more they are asking for that $500 deposit. So you just probably got to build a profile. That's why I like to start with the 2 NAV accounts. NAV reports on the first of the month every month. And you can get scores pretty easily. Scores for gas cards are not mandatory, but it's good to have. It's good to have scores when you're going for the gas cards, because what happens is when you have scores, that means you have some things reporting to your profile. You just saw the article. Experian and Equifax won't even have any data on your business until you have trade lines that report. That's why we tell y'all Summa Office Supplies. Summa Office Supplies reports to Business Equifax at tier one. The BB&T card, it reports to Business Equifax. Not a lot of vendors report to Business Equifax. So it's important that you execute. It's important that you do things diligently. You can't rush through this. I know everybody wants to get funding. Business credit is the hot buzzword. Everybody wants to get, $100K in funding. That's what we teach you guys how to do that. But you gotta follow the steps. You gotta do these things in succinct order. It's a method to the madness. It's not just willy-nilly. We just randomly picking, the hot gas card, A to B. We ain't on A to B. We ain't on A to B. We off A to B. We not never gonna be on A to B. I ain't gonna say never. But stop just going and getting the A to B and it's the one everybody tell you to get. A lot of these people get paid. Even myself. Some of the stuff. Affiliates. I promote good affiliates. Crown Office Supplies is a great trade line. In Ports of Experience, um, they got pretty cheap stuff you can order. I like Crown Office Supplies. Um, I'll see what A to B got going on, man. I do it for the community. I do it for the family, man. I got y'all. Um, but just understand that gas cars, they want to see the profile. Now, one thing that gas cars also do when you put it in social is they will do soft pulls. So a lot of people say lock your personal credit for gas cards. I'm not gonna say yeah or no, but if you do lock it, then you don't open yourself up to them doing a soft pull. So that could be the reason. You could be getting denied because you don't have trade lines reporting yet, or they do a soft pull and they see something that's glaring, that's negative. You know, so you kind of got to play the game. If you do freeze your personal credit, just know that they may ask for a deposit. Now, I'm not against putting up a deposit. I like putting up a deposit because the gas cards report to all three business bureaus. So remember, the Wex card, the Shell, 7-Eleven, QT, all of those Wex cards, Valero, they report to the business bureaus. They report to all three business bureaus. So $500 deposit, you get it back in 12 months, and you get a trade line that reports to the bureaus. I've seen people in our free Facebook group say that, hey, I got Shirt C and it never reported. I use Shirt C. The quality was not that good and it didn't report. So it was a double no for me when it comes to Shirt C. Double no for Shirt C. But yeah, um, the gas cards do take into account what's on the profile. So just keep that in mind. They will pull your personal credit, soft pull sometimes, not all, sometimes not all. Let's see. Barbara said, I got denied for all my gas cards. I think it's due to my personal credit. Do you have any ideas for personal credit? I would say we would have to look at what's on your personal credit, Barbara. I would have to look at your personal credit. Now, your next comment, you said BP and Wex wants deposits from me. I mean, I would go with the BP MasterCard if you're going to put up a deposit. Wex, we can work with. Shoot me an email, info@cbcanetwork.com. If you apply for the Wex card and got denied, shoot me an email. But yeah, so Michael, I know you're a part of our online training program. Definitely shoot me an email, man. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, Barbara, I would say if you do put up a deposit, I will put it up for BP. I will put it up for BP. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, it could be that you froze your personal credit or you may have some issues on your personal credit because some gas cards do soft pulls, or you don't have anything established on the profile. Or number three, your listings are off. You may have two profiles. You may have dual profiles. So this is what happens. Let's say you use a home address on DMB and Secretary of State. Then you go to iPostal and you get a delivery address for your Uline orders and your Quill orders, right? They go to a different address. Well, when Quill gets that UPS store or that virtual office that you're sending those packages to, what they do is they give that address to the bureaus. So whereas you had the home address on Secretary of State and DMB, now Quill and Uline is giving Experian and DMB another address, and then that's your profile. So when you go and put the home address in with the gas cards, they don't see that profile. There's nothing there because it's with the other address. So you may have split profiles. Just keep that in mind. Pay attention. That's why I say we got to be diligent. We got to be meticulous. We got to be strategic. you know. So just be mindful of that. You know what I mean? Amanda said, I got approved for Wex and Fuel Man, but Wex QT card wanted a $500 deposit. Yeah, I would just pay the deposit, Amanda. What is your goal with funding? What's your goal? Are you looking to get into tier 2? Are you looking to circle back once you get 4 trade lines and get funding, get bank funding? What would you say your goal is? Barbara says Bank of America considered one of the small banks. Absolutely not. No, Bank of America is like number two bank in the world. Absolutely not. Bank of America is definitely not a small bank. To my knowledge, I believe they number two. Bank of America is right behind Chase. Yeah. So now, Barbara, they definitely not a. Somebody said Crown has nothing there. What do you mean? What do you mean they don't have anything there? I don't understand what you mean, Amanda. Nothing that you would buy, right? But I mean, they do have snack boxes. They have, little stationery. I mean, at tier one, honestly, I'm gonna just be real. At tier one, just buy the stuff. Just buy it. It don't matter. Just buy it so it'll report. Spend 80 to $100 and then move on. Um, Coach Ursula said she got approved for BP Fuel Man BP last week. This week, solid. I told y'all every week we getting approvals. I don't think it's a game. It's every week. We going almost 10 weeks strong. At least 9 to 10 weeks strong. Approval every week. I didn't even get to announce my approvals last week. I was feeling kind of good about myself. I just held off. I just tucked my shirt in, tucked my tail. Oh, Miss Nally said I got BP for $5,000 and Wex for 7,500. All right. I see you. I see you. I see you. But yeah, so getting back on topic, man, you could be freezing your personal credit, which means they can't do a soft pull. You may not have your online listings tight, or you may have a dual profile. You may have two profiles, and one of the profiles that you put on the application, they're not seeing any trade lines. Now, a lot of you check your business credit profiles um, in Nav. Just remember that Nav is a third party. So I still like the DNB dashboard. If you could swing it, I like the Experian $189 a year plan. It's actually cheaper than Nav, but it doesn't report a trade line. So we're gonna stick to the two Nav accounts. So yeah, that's that. So you just kind of got to be meticulous, right? Business funding made easy. You just got to make sure that you got your online listings, make sure everything is tight, make sure you're not in a high risk industry, and just make sure that when you set this thing up, that you think about different things. How many employees, how your company looks on paper. A lot of that stuff is important. We're gonna really deep dive into that at the boot camp. Okay. So this Saturday, we are having our last boot camp of the year. So 1 day workshop. It's November the 13th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's an all-day event. You'll come, you'll learn about everything from A to Z on how to get funding for your business, right? How to actually structure your personal credit, what the banks look for in your personal credit reports, how your FICO scores impact your ability to get funding, right? Because a lot of people say, oh, I have a 680 credit score, 580, 790. Your FICO score won't get you approved for funding, right? The score is not what's important when we're talking about business funding. It's the actual profile, what your credit report, how it reads, what type of cards you have on there, what tier cards. Is it tier one cards, tier two? Is it tier four, the trash cards? We're going to break down the trash cards too for personal. It ain't just A to B. It ain't just A to B. Believe me. Faith Hustle says, can the BP gas card be used like credit card? Yes, it absolutely can, Faith Hustle. It just takes time. So if you guys heard last week, my BP MasterCard just unsecured. So it's not a fleet card, meaning it's not just for fuel and maintenance, vehicle maintenance. Now it is actually a full-blown MasterCard that can be used at Costco, Sam's, whatever. In addition to getting gas at the gas pump. So, which is dope because it's no PG. So maybe I'll do a master class on how to get the MasterCard, the BP MasterCard to unsecure. Maybe. It'll be free. It'll be free. I ain't gonna charge y'all, man. I ain't that dude. It'll be free though. I think I might do a master class on that. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Regina says, Audrey, should I be applying for the gas cards before I set up my NAV accounts? You can, Regina. You can, but I like to start with the 2 NAV accounts. I don't like to go off the script. 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, Summa office supplies, 80 paydex strategy. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just to wrap up. So when you're applying for these gas cards, make sure your information is tight. Whatever you got on the Secretary of State needs to be on the application. Make sure you unfreeze your personal credit, or if you do freeze your personal credit, be prepared to give a deposit. Just be prepared. I'm telling you now, if you freeze your personal credit when you apply for these gas cards, be prepared to give a deposit. Make sure that your online listings are tight. Well, we said that. Make sure also if you don't have anything reporting on the profile, if you don't have scores, you may want to get some scores. Your business may be too new. If you started an LLC less than 6 months, that's considered like new startup territory, like super new. 6 months or less for LLC, that's super, super new. So that could be the reason. It's multiple reasons, right? We could be here all night talking about why you got denied for a gas card, but high risk industry codes will get you denied. But those are the main things that I see people get denied for gas cards. So they, like I said, business funding made easy, right? 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, consumer office supplies, 80 pay strategy. And you'll build your profile. Then you can circle back to getting bank funding. If you want to go from tier 1 to tier 2, you can go multiple different directions with that strategy, right? So that's why we like it. That's why we teach it. But other than that, man, let's get to a little bit of Q&A, man. So Regina had a question. Should I apply for the gas cards? I would say go ahead and apply, Regina. You know, we do have a WEX hookup. So if you apply for WEX, make sure you apply for WEX, apply for the card, and then if things don't go well, we'll hook it up. Can I change my address on the Secretary of State to my office box? Yes, Cool Red, you can do that. I would recommend a shared office space. I would not change it to a PO box, an office box. I would change it to a shared office space, but that's just me. Can you review the tiers, please? Well, we go through that in our online training, Marquita. But I mean, what do you mean, like tier 1, tier 2, or like vendors? What? Because I mean, we did a whole video on tier 1 vendors. We gave you 10 vendors and 10 gas cards, so we did like 20 something trade lines in that one video. So you may want to go back through the channel and watch that one. Michael said, how do you fix the profile if you have multiple profiles? You just got to call Experian and get them merged. Usually that double profile happens with Experian. DNB won't do 2 profiles. Sometimes they will. So just check your DNB dashboard, Michael. But you can call Dun & Brad, Experian, and then just tell them you want to merge the profiles. I have no sound. Is it just me? I think so, Natalie. I think so. Jew, what up, man? My Jew, that's my guy, man, right here in the Carolinas, man. That's my dog, man. Started in this the real estate game around the same time, man. So that's my guy, man. Shout out to Jew. It's nothing but love, man. Mega Bake, Chase, JP Morgan, absolutely. BO is International Chain, Bank of America. I think that's Bank of America's International, Chase is JP Morgan. Okay, got it. I'm going through beneficial owner verification problems with WEX. Tap in with me, skinny boy, because you know you got access to me, so tap in with me. BOA, yeah, we love BOA. I got a WEX fleet card coming. Let's get it, Drew's Management, Property Management. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get the likes up, family. Let's get the likes up. Oh man, let's get the likes up. We're gonna have to pause this thing, man. What we doing? We got 46 people in here. Where we at? Where the likes at? Where the likes at? I got eyes and ears everywhere. I ain't know that. I ain't know I had eyes and ears everywhere. We all in here, man. Speedway gave me 2K. Would you know why they gave me so little? I don't know if that's little. Samuel, I don't know if that's little. 2K for a gas card. It probably depends on how much you put down that you spend on fuel. You probably didn't put enough down for the fuel spend for them to justify giving you more than $2,000. But just keep in mind with the Speedway, the gas cards, you can use them, pay them off, and ask for a limit increase. You're not stuck at 2K. You can always use it, pay it off, and then ask for a limit increase. What two gas cards? I like BP MasterCard and Willis. I like the Fuel Man Fleet Card. So those are the two that I like. Depending on your area, if you're on the West Coast, Vegas, Arizona, California, then you got to go with the Arco. You got to go Arco MasterCard. Texas, same thing, Arco. Yeah, but yeah, those are two I like: BP or Arco MasterCard, and then the Fuel Man Fleet Card. Absolutely. Todd Moore say, much respect to you, my brother. I got my Arco gas card last week. My LLC is only 5 months. I deposit 200. What is the second gas card I need to get? I will go with Fuel Man, Todd. I will go with the Fuel Man. That's a good combo. Both of those are Fleet Core Bank, and they report to all 3 business bureaus. So that'll give you 2 trade lines that report to all 3 business bureaus. So if you got the Arco, you in the driver's seat to get the Fuel Man. Yes, tiers, vendors. I'll go back. Thanks. Oh, so tier 1. Typically, tier 1 is going to be more the ones you heard of: the Grangers, the Ulines, Quill, Crown Office Supply, Suma, Nav. Now, Marquita, when you're talking about tier 2, you have tier 2 gas cards. So like the City Exxon Mobil, ConocoPhillips, that's kind of like tier 2. Sam's Club MasterCard would be considered tier 2. Dell would be considered like tier 2, maybe tier 3. But yeah, that's just some off the top of the head that I can think of. But good question, Marquita, for sure. Gary Source said, good looking as always. Absolutely. Fayette Nam in the building. Shout out to Fayetteville, man. Shout out to Fayette Nam, man. You know what I mean? Got family there, man. So shout out to Fayetteville. It's all love. Let's see who else we got. Okay, so do you have a link for Wex? It's in the cheat sheet, Regina. You gotta go back and watch and read the cheat sheet. You ain't doing your homework, Regina. Shame on you. You ain't doing your homework. But yeah, it's in the cheat sheet. The link for Wex, the fleet card, is in the cheat sheet. If you go back to the cheat sheet, you will find the link. So that's a good question. I'm new to your channel. Is there a checklist like you just mentioned? Yeah. So Arlan, I don't want to say it wrong. Marius. Yes, if you go to our free Facebook group, I'll pin it down below. If you go to the free Facebook group, I have the cheat sheet pinned there. So just go to the free Facebook group, Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network, and you will find the cheat sheet there. So hopefully that answers that question for you, Marius. But great question. Ray Shana said they asked me for a $500 deposit for BP and Shell. I'm in that 6-month time frame. So yeah, Rashonda, you're gonna have to put up the deposit, or just circle back once you get some other trade lines. You can do either or. I like to put up the deposit for the BP MasterCard because, like I said, it can be an unsecured card. So, or the Arco, depending on. I think Shonda, you down south with me, so maybe you probably you're probably more BP. But yeah, if you in that 6-month time frame, you just kind of gotta play the game and put up the deposit. If you freeze your personal credit, it's probably always gonna be they gonna ask for a deposit. Maybe not if you got some trade lines. If you got some scores, then maybe not. Michael said, Danielle said, would you explain the difference between soft pull versus hard pull? Does a soft pull count as an inquiry on personal credit in effect? So great question, Danielle. So a hard inquiry basically means that they pulled your credit report and it reflects in the inquiries tab, right? So remember, you got payment history, you got utilization, you got age of history, and then you got new credit. New credit is those inquiries. So how much new credit you apply for, the inquiries for that, Danielle. So a soft pull, what they do is they just take a peek at your personal credit, but it's not a hard inquiry, meaning that they don't pull the full file and it's not reflected as a hard inquiry on your credit report. So a soft pull, they just take a peek. They don't pull the actual file. So if you ever look at your Credit Karma and you see that it says so and so checked your credit, that's a hard inquiry. A soft inquiry, you won't see that. It's behind the scenes. So hopefully that explains that for you, Danielle. But great question. Appreciate you tapping in. Who does Wex report to? They report to all three business bureaus, Drew's property manager. They report to all three bureaus, my brother. Let's see. How long should you wait after you amend your information? I say about a week. Give it a week to show up on the public record, and then go and start back applying and update your DMB. So I would say change it on Secretary of State. So let's say if this was Monday, I would change it on Secretary of State. Then Tuesday, I will change it with DMB. By Friday, the Secretary of State should have it posted, and then DMB will go and do their due diligence, check the Secretary of State, maybe that following Monday. And then once DMB updates it, then Jennifer, you good to go to start back applying. But great question. Man, it says, I have Crown, Quill, Granger, 2 bags, waiting on Dizzy. I think that's Divvy. I don't know about Dizzy, but I think that's Divvy. Wex, Fuel, and Fuel Man, I want to get to tier 3 ASAP. Good luck. I don't know about that one, Amanda. Ain't no ASAP with tier 3. You got to build that profile. I just got a virtual office, so now I need to change all of my info with Secretary of State, IRS, and DMB. Yeah, I will start with the Secretary of State, then DMB. So, but yeah, you saying you're trying to get the tier 3 ASAP. Yeah, you gotta slow your roll just a little bit. Fuel Man, absolutely, man. 2 NAV accounts, Amanda. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Business Credit Central reports to DNB Credit Safe, Carter, Equifax, and Asonia. Okay. Business Credit Central. I'm gonna have to check that out, Ray Shonda. I have to check that out. I'm getting pre-approval offers from Dell. Okay. I mean, if you're getting a pre-approval offer, I would take it, Regina. I would definitely take it. She said, okay, you're right. I forgot. I'm just typing. The gas cards are in the mail. I want Lowe's, Home Depot. I got denied for Amazon Net 55. I have my call with you on Sunday. All right, cool, Amanda. Let's set it up. You may want to go ahead and register for the boot camp, honestly. But we're gonna break all this down for sure. But if you want to wait till Sunday, we'll definitely tap in and kind of walk through some stuff. Let's see what's going on, Tramika family. Augusta here, approved for Navy Federal Business Credit Card. Woo, 15K. Let's go. Look at that, man. 15,000 plus 7,500. So that is almost 23,000. So 15,500. So it's like 22,500. One bank. 22,500. A lot of funding for somebody, man. Shout out to you, Tramika, man. Executing, man. I salute you. Every week you coming with approvals, man. Oh man. Gina said they called Audrey calling me out. How I call you out? I didn't say nothing. Did I say something? I apologize if I did, Gina. You know you Charlotte family, so I ain't even gonna go there. I hope I didn't call you out. Absolutely, Maurice. You're very welcome. Yvonne said, thank you for all that you do. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. This is what I do, man. We get on here and we chop it up. Cherie, what's going on? Checking in. Where you checking in from, Cherie? Welcome to the call. Welcome. Natalie says, I just got Amazon American Express 3K Sunday, and my LLC is less than 30 days. All I did was follow your instructions. 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, and then I did Amazon. Boom. There it is. Less than 30 days. I mean, come on, y'all. Execution. That's all I ask. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. All I ask is execution. I got an Amazon American Express 3K Sunday. My LLC is less than 30 days. All I did was follow your instructions. 2 nav accounts, 2 gas cards, and then I did Amazon. Woo! That's powerful. Execution is worship over here. Just found you last week. I listened to your videos on the way and from work. Thank you for your gift of knowledge. You're very welcome, Coach. I appreciate you tapping in. I definitely appreciate it, man. We're gonna start doing more of these live streams, man. We definitely gonna turn up the live streams for sure. I talked to the team last week, and we're gonna start putting out more content. We're trying to put out content every day. Check me out on Instagram, y'all. I'm getting my IG up. You know what I mean? I ain't there yet, but my IG coming up. My IG is coming around, y'all. Check me out. Same handle, Carolina's own OWNN. Yeah. The Instagram starting to look a little spicy. Yes, indeed. Tramika said, can you send the link for NTV, please? I will email you the application. I'll send you the link. I got you, Tramika. No worries. You on the road, Natalie? Absolutely. That net 55 is powerful. Elliot said, how long does Wex take to report? Usually like 60 days. It take about 3 billing cycles. So, about 2. So after the second billing cycle for Wex, you should see it pop on. It may pop on faster though. That's why I like the Fleet Core cards. They report pretty fast. But good question. Amanda said, yes, Dizzy can't type. Divvy. There we go. Divvy it is. Man, what's Business Credit Central? I've never heard of it, Jade. I'm gonna have to do some due diligence on it. That was my first time hearing about it tonight. Natalie, man, she stole the show. Congrats. I need Navy Federal Credit Union business. How do you do it? Cherie says said, how do you do it? And I just started 2 months ago. So there you go. 22.5. And she just started 2 months ago. Now, Tramika is one of our online students, so she kind of got a little bit of access to some insider secrets, so to speak. But shout out to Tramika, man, for doing the work, man. So all you got to do is do the work. What considered tier 3? How many reporting accounts? You want to probably have about 10 to 12, Samuel, for tier 3. Yeah, 10 minimum. 10 minimum. I would say. Houston, what's going on? It was about the Wex link. Oh, yeah. I got you, Virginia. I got you on the Wex link. I got you. How many trade lines you need to get a business credit card at your bank? Really none. If you bank with a bank, and we're gonna touch on this too at the boot camp, that's the primary place that you should be seeking funding. Now, when you talk about multiple banks, right? And we're gonna get into how to actually structure your deposits with the different banks at the boot camp. But yeah, just in general, you don't need to have trade lines. You know that it will look at your personal credit. So your personal credit will come into play. But outside of that, Drews, if you're bringing in revenue, look like you got property management, so you probably got some rental income. Maybe you manage other people's properties. I don't think you should have a problem getting a business credit card at your bank. Now, business line of credit, that's a little more strategic, but it is doable. Nonetheless, yeah. Tamika said, thank you, Sherry. My cousin in the Navy, but you don't need a referral, I don't think. Okay. Regina said, I follow you on IG. Yeah, IG is coming around, Regina. I'm trying to, make it pop. I'm trying to get this content out to y'all, man. So that's why I say we're gonna start doing more live streams. We're gonna be live probably 2-3 days a week. But yeah, we're gonna get it popping on the channel. Believe that. Tramika said, I have an account with a personal credit card. Is that a PG? Yes, that is a PG. Devon in the ENC. I don't know what that is. ENC, is that Eastern North Carolina? Is that down east? 252. Is that who tapping in at 252, Devon? How can I become an online student? Amanda, when we have our call Sunday, remind me and I'll get you access. So we'll get you access. I lock my credit, but yes, I don't. Oh, y'all having a whole conversation in the comments. Tramika, y'all just having a good old conversation. Is Divi any good? We talked about this on our pre-live stream call too. Some of our students. Divi is cool. I like Divi. It's a net 30, but it's cool because they give you high limits. They gave me 20K. They bumped it up to 30. Divi is cool. I like Divi. But it is a net 30, so you kind of gotta use it right. You can't, use it for revolving debt. It's not a revolving card. They won't let you carry a balance. What's the Facebook group? I'll post it here in the comments. I'll post it here. So this is the free Facebook group. Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network. All right. So the CBCA Network is the Facebook group. But yeah, family, I mean, business funding made easy. When you do these things in strategic order, you have more success. Okay. Step 1, form the business. Step 2, bank compliant. Step 3, do your online listings. Step 4, open up your vendor trade lines. And then step 5, reach out to your local banks, your small banks, your community banks. So when you do it strategically, you may have some hiccups here and there. Like I said, we talked about the things to be aware of if you're getting denied for the gas card. So if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you go back and kind of analyze what your situation is before you start reapplying for the gas cards. If you did get denied, again, for everybody who's on the live stream, if you need help with getting the WEX card, just shoot me an email and we'll see what we can do. But I beg of you to apply for the WEX card first. We have to follow the rules. That's the rules of WEX. It's not my rule. You have to apply for the WEX card and get denied, and then we can see what we can do on the back end. So apply for the card, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, family. What is the price of the boot camp? When you go to the link, you will see that the price for the virtual ticket is there. So I don't want to give you a quote, but when you go to the bootcamp link, it will show you the price for the virtual ticket. All right. Is IG Audrey Truza CBCA Network? No, so it's just Carolina's Own, just like the channel. It's Carolina's Own, just like the channel. That's me, Carolina's Own. So we're gonna wrap it up, man. Y'all got any other questions? Audrey, you need to help me figure out how to get the real estate for my salon. Okay. We could talk about it. We're gonna do another Q&A call next week, Tramika. So we'll talk about it. Regina said, I am going to open a third business account with BB&T. I currently have Wells Fargo with 15K business credit and an offer for a line of credit. I think I'm leaving True Lion alone. Oh no, don't do that. Regina, just come to the boot camp. Please. Please don't leave True Lion alone. I'm not even gonna get into it on this live stream. I am not gonna get into it on this live stream, but no, do not leave True Lion alone. That is a bad move. But BB&T, yeah, BB&T is the one. I like. Well, excuse me. Let me stop saying BB&T because it's Truist. They even put that on the Brave Stadium, so it's Truist. It's Truist Park here too. We got a Truist baseball stadium here too. Please post your email. Okay. For the WEX card, Barbara, I don't understand. CBCA network.com. I'll put it in. I'll put it in. So that's the email, Barbara. That's the email right there. Marius, if you shoot me an email here. We'll get you set up with the online access to the training. And get you some information on it. Barbara said, what's your email? There you go. That's the email right there. Regina, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do True Lion like that, man. I got just if you come to the boot camp, I got you with True Lion. We're gonna hook you up. Just make sure you're in the building virtually or in person, and we got you. So Sammy said, appreciate your knowledge, good brother. Absolutely, very welcome. Again, as the email info@cbcanetwork.com. If you have issues with WEX, if you need to get signed up, Tramika said link for the boot camp. Is if you text boot camp to 980-835. Excuse me. Let me go here. It's been a long day, y'all. If you text that number, boot camp to 980-825-4360, Tramika, then you can get signed up. But you are a part of the online training, so you do not have to sign up for the boot camp because you're already part of the program. All right. All right. We will discuss. Yeah, we don't need, you don't have to come to the boot camp to talk about it, but I wouldn't give up on True Lion just yet, Regina. I would definitely I will stick it out with them for sure. Thank you for all your knowledge. Definitely helpful. You're very welcome, Amanda. Yes, Danielle, you're very welcome. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We're gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna take it in early. But just remember, again, for those of you that are watching this on the replay, if you do want to get a virtual ticket to the boot camp, please text boot camp to 980-825-4360. Again, it's 980-825-4360. And get your ticket for the virtual spots. The in-person, we don't have any left. But we do have virtual seats available. So make sure you tap in. It's going down November the 13th, this coming Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you can't stay for the whole entire session, it will be recorded. You will have access to the recording to go back and watch and take notes afterwards. Okay. So I just want to make that clear before we get up off of here, man. Let's see what else we got in the comments. Yeah, you're very welcome, Tramika. Appreciate you, Regina. Always dropping jewels. You know how I do. We from the QC. We from the Carolinas, Charlotte all day long. So that's what we do. But yeah, family, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week. Same time, 8 p.m. But don't be surprised if I pop up on your news feed or in your YouTube, or if you're on my text list, if we do another live stream between now and the boot camp. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say when, but don't be surprised, okay? But again, if you want to get access to the boot camp, text boot camp to 980-825-4360 to get signed up for your virtual ticket. It's going down November the 13th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I hope to see you guys there. I appreciate y'all tapping in on the live stream. As always, thank you for all the support, and we'll see you guys next week.